Hello and welcome back everyone into this 7th video, part 1 of the C++ Essential series. In this video, we're going to talk about the data types. We're going to see what all data types are there and how do you go about them. Before actually we move into this video, let's start and see the contents of the video so that we have an idea. We're going to see the data types and the basics of the data types. Now, as explained in the variables video, chapter, we were talking about data types, and variables are there which will specify the data type. Okay, so you have multiple data, and obviously you want to make sure that the data is being captured. Now, data types are basically the numbers or the values which are used to store into this variables. Okay, so you have int mynum is equal to 5. The 5 value is basically a whole number, which means it's an integer. Then you have a floating number, which means it has a decimal point. So 5.99 has a floating point number. And then you have double my number num, okay, which is 9.98, which is again a floating number. Char my letter is equal to d, which is a character. Bool true, which means a boolean. String hello, which is a string. Okay, this is what we call, or this is the general idea of what we call as the data types. Okay, now let's understand a little bit basics about the data types. Okay, now we have integer types. Okay, so we just saw all the examples. Let's just classify all of these as well. Integer data types are basically stores whole numbers without decimal points, and the size of it is basically 4 bytes. Then we have float types, which are basically fractions or numbers more than decimal points, and they can store up to 7 decimal digits, and these usually are again of 4 bytes only. Okay, and then we move on to the next one, which is double. Okay, so double simply means it's going to double the float type. Okay, so float was for 4 bytes. This is basically for 8 bytes, and stores fraction numbers containing 1 or more decimal points, and sufficient for storing 15 decimal digits. Okay, 15 decimal digits, you can store it in double. Now Boolean type, it's very very easy. So it's either 0 or 1 or true or false. So it's only one byte. And then we have Boolean more type. So Boolean type is more or less revolves around the ASCII values, which is again 1 byte. And that's how you conclude all these data types and all these types into this single structure. Now let's conclude. That's basically how you describe a data type, and that's how you revolve around data types overall. And that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next part of this 7th chapter, which is going to be numerical data types and some examples. Okay, till then, keep learning and peace.